Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Black Metal and Brews, a program in which I do my best to, at least right now, interview interesting people whose art and music make me happy and might make you happy as well. Today, I'm going to be joined by two members of the Dutch black metal act, Terzij de Horde, and I'm just posting the link on Twitter for everybody to join in, and then we'll get this going. Looks like one of the two is already ready to join me, so thank you for your patience, Jelle. Just a second. And there we go. There we go. Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good to see you guys. So for our viewers, we've got kind of a left to right here. I'm Ben, the host. We got Jelle, who plays guitar in Terzij de Horde, and then Johan, who plays bass in Terzij de Horde. As well as you guys do a lot of other things. I don't think anybody is in just one band or has just one function.
Nope. True.
Glad to have you here. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. What are you drinking, Ben?
I'm sorry?
What are you drinking?
I have water. I had I've been dealing with pain, so I had to take a painkiller, and not safe to mix with alcohol.
True. Yes, Ben.
Yeah, no, I'm sure soon I'll be hit with that woozy sleepiness as if I drank too much. So I'll skip the fun part and just get right to feeling heavy and shaky.
Okay, we need to catch up with the drinking. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, you got to get there, especially pre-gaming for Ranzi Pazuzu. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh man, one of the best live bands. We booked them a couple of years ago here as well, and it was just outstanding. That band is untouchable. So good.
Now, was that in addition to or outside of Roadburn, or just as part of Roadburn?
No, outside of no. It's
oh wow.
We've been booking shows in Utrecht for a long time now under the name of Footprints in the Void.
Yeah.
And we started doing that I think 10 years ago, give or take. Because when we were just starting as this band, we kind of noticed that like you're too black metal for the hardcore kids, but too clean for the black metal kids. And we found out there's loads of bands that do that, like, and it's difficult to get shows. So let's just fucking book them, and see what happens. So we had Celeste as the opening band, like the first show we done, and it was amazing. And ever since, it's just been one weird ride, one of the best rides ever.
Yeah, you've had a lot of good artists, you've had just from me keeping track. You had Ashbore, which I love them.
Yeah.
You also get Fell Voices?
Oh yeah.
Same tour.
Same tour. Yeah, that was
same tour. That's what I thought.
We because I would argue, but Jelle tends to Jelle sometimes thinks differently. No, but that the Ashbore, like the split with Fell Voices, that song, that track, was every single one of us just went, fuck, this is something else.
Yeah.
And so when we got the offer, like, oh, if Ashbore is touring with Fell Voices, we're like, oh, Ashbore. But then Fell Voices played, and every single one of us was just like, holy shit. Like that was taking it up a notch.
Yeah. Live, especially, yeah.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Yeah,
it's that suffered. Suffered. I think it was a conscious choice, but like the production of the first couple of records didn't, for me at least, didn't create the dynamics, or didn't let me hear the dynamics that in any live show does. Like,
yeah. Well, especially I feel like if you've got Michael in a band, it doesn't matter what instrument he's playing. His live presence is such that even if they have a perfect record, it is even better seeing him live just for that intensity. I mean, I've never seen a drummer steal a show until I saw him play. I guess I've seen amazing drummers, but you know what I mean, where you're just watching him in his face and like, oh. So
yeah. But also, these guys from a hardcore. Oh, sorry.
No.
But he's also one of these guys from a hardcore band, from a hardcore scene. Stage presence is well, let's call it different. I think there's a different expectation of what you do or how you behave on stage in a punk band, in a hardcore band, in a screamo band. Like Magua, because you do like the live shows, Jelle, right?
Well, the first time we booked them was at Incubate, I think I don't know, 2015, 14?
14, I think.
Yeah. So the first time I saw them was like, wow, I finally get to see them live in a very small venue, the Little Devil. So it was very special. Yeah, it was very special. It was very nice. And it was before, or just after With Hearts Towards None. So it wasn't this thing. It was just cool black metal band playing live. And I've seen them a couple of times afterwards. And I think the smaller you see them, the better the show is, the better the vibe. It's more intense.
And I fucking hate those shows.
Yeah,
they're so static. I don't like static bands at all. So,
I did not think I would like a show like that, and typically I don't. And I know now they're canceled or I'm not supposed to like it, but pre-cancellation of Magua, I saw them. I saw them play at a pretty small venue in Portland, Oregon, with Death Stench and a few other weird bands. Like, it was a really weird lineup, and it felt like a tight fist. Like, it was just the embodiment of that. Packed room, maybe 100 capacity room, like tiny place, maybe 200, but really small. And it felt like you were fucking floating watching them, which I like that. But yeah, typically it's like, I learned about stage presence from, first off, like rock and roll bands, but then like, back in, the early 2000s, seeing like live footage of Pig Destroyer and Converge. And honestly, I didn't even like the band's sounds as much at the time, but I was just like, these guys are doing things like, that video of Pig Singer breaking a microphone in half and then continuing. It's like, that's cool. It doesn't matter if if that's your scene. That's showmanship.
Yeah. Now, I had to say, I didn't know Converge at the time, but I saw them on a tour in 2003, I think 2002 perhaps, and I had no idea who they were. And I was kind of like, the only thing I could hear was Jake Bannon going bah 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 bah. That was the only thing I could hear. But he was running around and throwing people around and diving in. I was like, okay, fine, I'm on board. I'll accept this for now.
Yeah,
and it's really And then that I can see why not every band would benefit from that kind of presence, from that kind of show. And I would, listening to the two of you, perhaps because I've only seen Magua in the bigger venues, the 500-600 or more capacity venues, and then it just doesn't click for me.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Yeah. You want that focus, that where it all feels like it's like when something, what is it, like when a star collapses in on itself and then goes back out. It feels like that. That very tight focus thing, but I can see that losing some of the effect the more distant you are from it. So I have to ask, what are you guys drinking? Because you've both got what look like lovely beers.
Definitely.
I'll let you introduce, because I just finished mine. I'm going to get a new one.
You should.
I will introduce the one just finished. Yeah. Yes.
Dusky
from Kromme Haring. I have no idea how to translate it. But
the bendy herring.
Yes, it's a local small brewery just from a 10-minute walk from our rehearsal space.
Oh, great.
And we actually performed at the brewery one time. Like 2 songs. It was amazing, but it was really great at an arty thing from a friend of ours. So we thought, if we are talking metal and beer, it's good to support the Kromme Haring.
Yeah.
And they do amazing. They do really amazing, like slightly sour wild ales.
Oh, I love that style.
Yeah. And I'm drinking where am I here? Mud Skipper New England IPA. It's a good New England IPA, but I guess the people in New England would even touch it. But yeah, sorry.
Nah, elitism sucks. If it tastes good, it's good.
And it does really. And they're what I think is important as well is they're really nice guys. Really trying to make ends meet now, of course, with all the pandemic stuff going on. So it's nice to have them still around and making these great beers in cans, which I love.
Yeah, and we got a comment. And we've actually had a lot of comments so far. Most saying hello, but I love that Night Out at a Brewery and Terzij de Horde live. It does sound like a great fucking evening.
We will play any brewery.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, they had a show at a brewery here not long ago, and I missed it because I was sick. With oh my gosh, it was Kailan Mikla. I don't know how to say the name.
Yeah, from Iceland.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, and I'm drawing a blank on the other the Icelandic black metal band that's not a black metal band anymore.
So, in your opinion, or just like
no. They've gone Solstafir.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those two played at a brewery here a few months ago, and I was like, I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I saw the Soft Moon in the brewery in Amsterdam once, packed like 200 people in a room. I don't know. It only could fit 150. It was crazy. It was really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What you call the with the tiny bottles? The what's it called? The brewery.
Tiny bottles.
Well, the brewery you talked about, Jelle, where you saw them. Also a really good brewer. Well, I like. Yeah. Oh, Oedipus.
Yeah.
Oh, I was convinced it was the other one. Butcher's Tears. That was the one I was talking about.
No,
I've seen the punk band ones in the Butcher's Tears.
Yeah. Austra, I've seen at Butcher's Tears. Really small venue. It's really nice. Wow. And I have also this one, of course.
The Maximus. Yeah, I was going to ask about Maximus because obviously you guys are closely tied to that brewery.
Yeah. Damian, the other guitarist, the real guitarist, he's also the brewer of Maximus. So it's a pretty big brewery and pretty famous in the Netherlands, and a very decent core range and very exciting specials. So really.
He's done the Crystal Meth was his first solo brewing. And that was I think it's 3.5%, 3.8%. Kefir sour. Ooh. And it's amazing. It was. I don't like sour beers as a rule. Like I tend to avoid them.
Yeah.
Like he brews it. Okay, fine. I'll taste it. Fuck. Complexity everywhere. The sour is a note. Is a one of the many. I would say elements in taste there. So it's fruity. It's kind of milky. It's kind of sour. It's awesome.
It's really good. Especially good for Johan. It comes in a pink can. So.
That sounds very up Johan's alley. I feel like belly shirts and pink beer and
Oh man, bring it on.
Every shirt's a belly shirt on you though. You can't help that.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like I was literally today. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be with Ben and I need to wear a good shirt. So I was like, I need to wear my Luster shirt because I tend to wear Luster shirts anyways because I love the band, I love the guys, I love the music, I love the shirts. But I don't know why they order shirts in a size L, but that size L is not a size L for the rest of the world. So every time I wear that, I'm like, okay, this is fine. And then I'm enthusiastic and I do this, and suddenly you see dad bod popping out. Like, oh fuck.
Some people might want that.
Yeah. No, there might be people. And I'm willing to share my. No, but it's and it's really. I have to admit though, like being in lockdown for the past 8 weeks. It hasn't helped. Like, I'm a very, as you can see, perhaps, but I'm a very movable person, and I like to do things and stuff like that. And so when I teach, I run around and I jump on things and I do things. And now I had to sit down and I'm looking at the cameras all day to teach online, and it's good. I'm okay with that. But apparently that's what kept me like.
You're getting.
Yeah, I'm not a slender man with a belly. Like, come on.
And I think you're probably 9 inches, 10 inches taller than me. probably way less than I weigh. I don't think you're in danger of gaining a few pounds.
Yeah, I wear a solid 90 kilograms now. I don't know what that is in American weights, but like
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Do that.
But okay, no, you know, it's just under 200 pounds. But also, given your height, like you're 6'9".
Yeah, I'm 2 meters 4 centimeters, so that's 6'8" I think.
Yeah, I think you're between 6'8" and 6'9", which is
something like that. Yeah.
So remind me, what was this whole thing about? Johan's body or what?
Yeah, exactly. We're here to objectify Johan.
I know Slender Goth wants to have his say as well. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
talk about your regime.
We could we could talk about. I mean, I mentioned to Johan earlier. I wanted to ask you where you keep your aging portrait and how I can commission one, because I feel you've looked the same for about 12 to 15 years. It seems. Yeah,
it's true. Last year we went to Scotland, me and my wife, because we had our 10th anniversary for our wedding. So we made the same picture we made when we were 10 years ago. And I only gained glasses and lost earrings, but that's about it. So
it was ridiculous. It was really ridiculous. Yeah.
I think I saw that picture. But yeah, that's you've got the real Dorian Gray shit going on there.
So. Yes, one of my favorite books. So perfect.
Nicely goth.
That's why you don't see the painting over here.
Scowling in the corner.
It looks like one of Joost's paintings.
Oh, nice. Good segue.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I did want to discuss the band. I guess now that we're 15 minutes in. Yeah. So obviously we've talked about Damien's work at the brewery. Everybody in the band is doing something interesting. Joost, his lyrics are obviously quite unique. Especially they're all except for one, the tribute to the poet. They're all in English. Was this a collective decision? Was it just something he put his foot down and said, I'm just going to do it this way? No,
the thing is that Joost and I both write the lyrics. And,
you write them too?
Yeah. Really an effort of multiple people. Yeah.
No, that's the thing you need, especially for self, around about the time, because that's the thing that Joost and I, we are the last remaining two of when we started almost 15 years ago. So we got used to that. You work in dialogues, you work the two of you, and now for self we had other people. Richard contributed, Jelle contributed, and it's always we share the lyrics first. We discuss what they mean and how they, what effect we want them to have. What are the themes? Would we like to be associated with this, essentially? So that we know that when we present this, when we play it live, or when we are interviewed or whatever, that this is who we are, full stop, rather than, well, I don't know. Yeah, he was talking about something with Satan. Yeah. No, that's cool, Satan. Yeah.
Yeah. I've realized after writing songs that my bandmates didn't love the lyrics I'd written. So, which, I mean, I was 20, it was a very different time, but not everybody was into my my eco-friendly lyrics, I guess. I was trying to do a Fall of Ephrafa,
It's I loved the first couple of records, first two records, and it's really because it was so, I don't know, grand. I think the word is, like, it was huge and bombastic, but not in the classic 90s kind of synth heavy bombastic black metal. And I love that to bits.
Yeah.
I would say that they've been or at least Alex has been an inspiration throughout the past 20 years or so. 15.
Yeah, he's kept a bit busy. just maybe. I mean, that guy has too many bands. And then I know. So Jelle, you've been in some pretty incredible bands aside from Terzij de Horde. This is the first band that you've played guitar, and you were the bassist and all the others that I according to online stuff. How obviously, Johan, you were already playing bass in the band. How did this come about? You switching to guitar?
Well, actually, it was the other way around. I was playing guitar for my, I don't know, 12, 13 years. And then I went to college and I played in a couple of small bands locally. And then I discovered everyone I knew was playing guitar. Everyone. So no one was looking for a guitarist in cool bands, and everyone was looking for a bass player. So I was like, fuck it, if I can play guitar, I can try the bass as well. And then suddenly I started playing in bands, and
it's so easy.
No, it is more easy, definitely. Yeah.
That's why I do it.
That's how it came about, and I was still playing guitar like personally, and then at a Death in June concert, Johan and Joost approached me because their then guitarist was leaving Terzij de Horde, and asked me, can you play guitar as well, and would you like to try it again? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. So that's basically how I came back to guitar in a band again. Yeah,
we were looking for a guitarist, and then we were sitting there, and Joost went like, "That's Jelle. He plays bass for Dodecahedron, right?" And like, yeah. Oh yeah. Do you think he will play guitar? Or I'm not sure why. And I was like, I don't think so. He's a bassist. We tend not to be able to play guitar well. Like, I'm gonna ask him anyway. Like, okay, cool. So really happy that he took the shot. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't in Dodecahedron.
No. Where did you play bass then? For which band?
I've played in several other bands, but not in Dodecahedron.
Oh, okay.
I love that. It's Ipa. All that was from the top.
I know you were. I know you were playing bass then, but I'm not sure then which band I was reminded of. Yeah. I didn't know that officially you weren't a guitar player, but
no. True.
Here we are.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time you had to play with, as in after the first rehearsal, and it's like, okay, and now we're going to talk about the big things, because what we didn't know is that you can be a really good guitar player, but if you don't fit in, the philosophy, let's call it philosophy, but the philosophy, the entire idea behind Terzij de Horde is essentially the important thing. So if you're a virtuoso on the guitar, but a bit of a dick, it's not going to happen. And so it took me a couple of years, and then it's like you have that one zit that never disappears, and then at one point you're like, okay, fine, I'll accept it. That's the kind of thing. No, but but we started drinking and talking and indeed about philosophy, about beliefs, about personal beliefs, and we had an amazing time, and we got roaringly drunk.
Yeah.
And I pushed you from, I still remember that I pushed you from a chair because I was like, okay, this is the best thing ever, I love you, and then pushed him, and then went, oh man, but he took it well.
That's a good test, isn't it?
True.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned beliefs and philosophy. What would you say is at the core of your bond as musicians and people? What brings you together as a band? Beyond just playing instruments together.
Yeah, I'm going to give this to Jelle.
What I think that brings is in the band, we think we should talk about stuff that matters. So I'm not a proponent of you have to live your art all the time. Johan is, I know. Yeah. But for the band, it's like, okay, we're not going to say or do or stand for things we don't collectively feel strong about or care for, or so that's always for everything, not only the philosophy or the lyrics, but also for the riffs, also for the drums, also for where we play, with whom we play. First, everyone is like, okay, this is how we're going to do it and why we're going to do it. And this makes our process excruciatingly slow and far too democratic, but that's what happens. So just to give you an example, last year, yeah, I think we were asked to play at a festival in Cork, Ireland. I have no idea how far away that is from here. It's not too far, but there's like 2 oceans in between, and stuff. So they were like, okay, just fly in and we can make it happen. And we just do maybe 2 other shows in Ireland, and then you fly back and let's see what happens. And we were like, well, flying, that's not really something we believe in, we stand for. So, you know what? We're going to play, but we're coming in this crappy van and we're trying to book some shows on our way there and just make it more eco-friendly than just flying in.
Right.
So, that's a decision that cost us more money, far more time, because we all had to take a week off from our work instead of just 1 weekend in and out. It's like a common decision we make. Like, this is not making our life easier, but this is what we want to do. This is what we think is important. So let's go.
Yeah, good call.
That's a great example, and also through that, I mean, just want to say thank you, because I think Johan, you posted ceaselessly about that band God Alone after you played with them.
Yeah,
and I really appreciate that. You turned me on to. I mean, you're always showing new things to me. I think that's just what you do.
But that's
thank you for that.
Yeah, no, but thanks. But it's that's also, I would argue that this connects the band as well. There's passion is a word too often used, but there is a passionate drive, perhaps, to do something and do it by our own standards, indeed. Mm-hmm. But it needs to be done anyways, and there's an enthusiasm there. And even though, like, this is not something that we all share for the same kinds of subjects per se, we all have something that is ours and that we can share as well. And I love that. So for me, yeah, I mean, I know I'm overtly enthusiastic 24/7 overall, but it's that band. I mean, my Irish friends had been telling them forever. And they, I mean, Ireland anyways, as soon as you get the chance, go there, bands play there. It's the vibes are astounding.
Yeah, the great people.
I think it was Howard essentially probably Howard, who said, you know, check out God Alone. These are kids. They're 15, 16 years old, and they play everyone like they'll kill you. And so when we played with them, it was the first show where every single one of them could drink legally. Yeah. And fuck's sake, they were amazing, and so young. But yeah, no, it's I love that. And then I'd rather have, you know, me going, dudes, this is new and this is happening, this is awesome, then go, yeah, it's pretty cool, but they're still looking for their own sound, and it's not like, it sounds a bit like Converge in 22, and like, yeah, I don't know, man. Which is, it's difficult at times, because I was talking about that today with a friend of mine. Like, I've been a huge Screamo fan as well forever, and what I noticed at one point is that every single band after 2010, I was kind of comparing to the bands I saw when I was 19 years old and absolutely lived that scene. And that's not fair. Like, come on, you know, they do other things. And with black metal, I would argue it's the same. You can say, well, everyone needs to sound like second wave Norway. And if they don't, it's not black metal. And if they do, they're copy pasting. These are my two options.
Yeah, there's no right way out of that logic. It's terrible.
So yeah,
and it doesn't
music now and then.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work out.
12% success rate.
Yeah. And I wanted, speaking of black metal, and just the importance of experimentation, you two created a playlist for me to share today that was entirely Dutch black metal, and the sheer diversity in that list alone was, you know, it's no surprise to me. I knew almost all of the things before, but there were a couple surprises, which I loved. But I think, we're talking, you know, the Netherlands is not the largest, you know, spatially country, yet you have so much stuff going on, and I think that's a testament to, for one, just a shared sense of, like, we got to do something interesting, but also there's great shit out there if people actually just look for it instead of being firmly stuck in the past. I wanted to ask, just who picked the song by, was it Samath?
Me.
That was really fucking good. I'd never heard of them. I loved that.
Thank you. This is one of my things. I love them. There's amazing guys, they're good friends of mine, and they make music that I think I'm the only one in the band who really loves these guys, musically, aesthetically. But yes, it's fantastic, and especially this album. It's the mid part. We're talking about Dodegang, and there's this like the soundtrack of bombs falling or anything, and then this riff hits at 4 minutes 15. 4 minutes, I don't know. This is the shit.
Yeah, no, that's sort of. I'm a sucker for that, but it's so cool.
Yes.
And then also, I didn't know that Johan's child had made black metal.
Yes, he's pretty good at it as well.
Yeah, no, that was another discovery for me, though. I'd never heard that band. Who picked that one?
Me as well.
So you've got the stuff I don't know.
I've got loads more.
I constantly throw bands at you. That's what I do.
That's why. No, that is part of it. I mean, to be fair, my love of Laster. I don't know how to say it, but Laster is the American thing, at least. That definitely spawned through you guys having that shared friendship, and reached out to me 5 years ago, and I fell in love with them, and now the rest of the world's catching on that they might be a good band.
Yeah.
But
so their previous record was released by Broken Limbs as well, so by an American label, and I was kind of convinced that would be their big breakthrough across the ocean, but somehow it didn't. It was received well, but it never really fell through. Somehow, I don't know, it fell through somehow, and I'm not sure how or why.
I think Broken Limbs was a great label, and it had a decent amount of for a few years there. But I do think that because they had a reputation as kind of what you were talking about earlier, sometimes black metal, sometimes hardcore, sometimes things that aren't quite enough either. I know that there were some people who were more of a purist that were going to just write stuff off if it came out on that and not really think too much about it. Whereas for me, I tried to pay attention to what they're doing. I mean, early on they were working with Yellow Eyes. I mean, Yellow Eyes are one of the most interesting American black metal bands of the last decade, easily. And then they put out that Cape of Bats tape, which was now those guys are doing Devil Master, and it's like, and again, everybody's paying attention now. So I think Broken Limbs was unfortunately ahead of its time, because now a lot of those bands have really taken off. The inertia just need to be built up. I think, like with anything, it takes a while, and people like us are like, listen to this fucking band, and then suddenly they're on the cover of a magazine, and I like when my band is no longer just mine, and people like it. Like, I know some people get defensive, like, oh, you guys didn't pay attention, but like for me, it's like, cool, it's fucking great. I wish the radio had weird black metal. That would be great. I'd love to see the community I love thrive. So, but I do think that was kind of the downside of Broken Limbs, which was not its, which is other people, not the label itself. It's like,
okay.
People were discrediting a lot of shit like that. Somebody has asked me to share the playlist. I posted it on Twitter. I'll see if I can. Here, I bet I've got a link to it somewhere around here. I can post it in the chat. Requested. It was a really good playlist.
Yeah, it took me 5 seconds.
Sorry, people, just seeing it right now.
Is Gambit Mode the infamous J?
I'm not sure who that is. Truth be told, a lot of these people I'm not familiar with. But I just got to put this up on the screen because I appreciate that. Like,
yeah.
Thank you, Vincent. To me. So if you're in the chat, I've left a comment with the link to the Spotify.
Cool.
It's fantastic Dutch black metal, and in true fashion for those who are vigilant, nothing sketchy, nothing glorious stuff. And also, I feel like, is there anybody in the Netherlands playing black metal that isn't in at least one or two other black metal things? I feel like there's so much cross-pollination.
Yeah.
Like, I know that...
It's also because it's small, I would argue, because it's a small scene overall. I mean, that's anywhere, I guess. But But there's loads of space. As a whole, I would argue the Dutch black metal scene accepts that there's a new band, full stop. And so if you're in a band and you want to make something that sounds a bit different, and the rest of the band doesn't want to follow, then you say, okay, you from my band, we're going to find another bass player and another vocalist, and then we're going to do that anyways.
Yeah.
So and you did that as well, actually, Jelle. Oh well, you guys did that, right?
Yeah. We, me, Damian, and Joost, the singer of Terzij de Horde, we started a twin lead doom metal band because we're suckers for cheesy doom metal, and we just like, why don't we make it ourselves? And Johan hates this,
With the passion.
we didn't ask him. So Joost is picking up the bass guitar, and we asked a good friend of ours who also drove us to Ireland to do the drums. And probably never going to see Day of Light, but it gives us a lot of pleasure on Sunday.
That's great. And we've been asked by the viewer if there's anything not on Spotify. I almost all of those are going to be accessible on Bandcamp, so you can at least open that playlist, go to Bandcamp or YouTube them. Spotify is not my favorite platform either. It's just the easiest to make a playlist in, so thanks for bearing with me on that. And so we're not going to hear this new band with the no twin lead doom for the rest of us. Are we talking like old Catatonia twin lead doom, or?
Well, maybe if Joost got his way. We're just The more Joost is like a real twin lead maniac sometimes. So he wants to be everything twin lead. So
I think it was actually because we were writing a song and that there were twin leads everywhere, and you saw his face just go, "Oh man, we should." No. And that's again the democratization of songwriting. I go, "No, fuck you, no." Everyone has a veto, like the right to veto, and that's a good thing, or also a bad thing, but
See, like when I was a teenager, Early in Flames was the best thing in the world to me. So, or one of the best things. So I share a love of that.
I only for the week covers on Metal Fests on stage. Yes.
Only for the week seems to be like some dividing line. Like I love it. It's so cheesy, but I love it.
Yeah.
That keyboard is just like, oh fuck, man. The Clayman album as a whole, it's corny. Bye on. So speaking of a couple things we mentioned, you've got your projects, and we're talking about things taking forever. I know that you collectively as Terzij de Horde have been working on new music.
Yeah, we have, and we have also been recording some, and I've already heard one song of it, and we've been recording this for
half a year.
Yeah, 6 months, I think. So
yeah. No, but we have three tracks now, approximately 40 minutes of music, and it's fine tuning now. So it's a bit of vocals here and there, one or two extra. Well, I say one or two, but knowing Damian, 85 or 86 new guitar lines. Yeah. I'm probably going to need to plug in my bass again here and there because I am so enthusiastically rumbling along that I forget that there's some kind of line I need to follow. And then you get the discussion where I go, "No, man, this is from the heart. This is how it needs to sound." And
no. we learned a very important technique to Johan. Play like an accountant.
That's amazing. I've been recording bass for the first time for somebody else's stuff, like, because I play bass for my girlfriend's band. And for the first time ever, she's letting the rest of the band record songs that she wrote. Before all her albums are just her playing everything because she's one of those geniuses. And, and when we're playing live, I'm just, playing, and she's like, "No, you need to hit each note really hard." I'm like, "But you can hear it." She's like, No, you need to hit the note hard. I'm like, that's how I hit other strings. I'm realizing my inadequacies, and I have to face them. And I'm like, can't shred like I'm tremolo picking? Like, let's just ignore this. No.
Yes.
You actually have to play well, apparently. At least on the album, live I can still keep doing.
Yeah, but that's the thing, of course, because there was when we recorded, just before we recorded itself, we invited the recording engineer in to say, okay, this is what we're going to do, and this is what we want to do, and we were playing, and that's the one. I'd say the first thing he said to me, like, this is something that you cannot record sounding well. I mean, this is just, it's going to be one big mess. And in the end, whilst recording, I was like, okay, I'll take this and this and this and this and this part, and I'll play it like an accountant. But these 15 seconds are going to be mine. Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, fine. So that was that. Like, yeah. So, okay, so I kind of know now.
But it's coming, Ben. It's this year. We promise. There's new music. And, of course, the best thing we've ever done.
And go ahead, please.
What I like best actually is that, so we started recording in September last year, I think.
Yeah, the pre-demos. Yes.
Yeah. And these 3 songs, I mean, we'd been working on these for a while, and so finally, okay, we can record something. And there was one other song of which we were like, okay, with a bit of luck, we can record that as well, and it didn't work out. But after we recorded the drums for the 3 songs, we suddenly started to write more songs, as in suddenly things were happening again.
Yeah.
So with a bit of luck, don't pin me down on this, but the next EP split, whatever, is going to follow. Not 6 years after, but
no, true.
Yeah. Good. Well, I'll start my blackened hardcore band immediately so that I can be ready to put out a split with you.
Nice. Let's go.
So, and a very important question I have on the topic of side projects: when are you starting a goth project? I know that Johan took you a while, but you finally have come over to the side of truth. You've accepted it into your heart.
Accepted the Sisters of Mercy.
Yes, because I remember at Rubber in 2016, it was like, Jelle, you and I were bonding over this, and Johan is just scoffing, and then somewhere along the way, Johan's now posting Boy Harsher videos on the internet.
Yeah, but that's I would argue 80% your fault and 80% Kelsey, because it's like your year lists, as you see mine, of course, but your year list I always go through and see, okay, which artists that I do not know of should I listen to? And I think it's 2 years back now, you had Prophet Prison.
Yeah.
So the first EP, Myra, and I'm not sure what you wrote, but I do remember, fine, I'll fucking give it a try. And I listened to it, and I still remember, like, I was mesmerized. Suddenly it fell into place, and I'm fairly sure that if you'd played me this 10 years ago, indeed I would have scoffed and would have walked away. But now, and so and that's got things rolling. And now I'm actually plugging this kind of music to you as well, Jelle.
Yeah.
Now I want to report a crime against good goth music that I heard today. Did you hear a Forest cover by the?
Yeah, no, it doesn't need to happen.
No, it's like
with fucking Farfort. Oh man.
Well, it's like, for one, because Jelle, you're not on Twitter, but I posted, because it's true. Metal bands need to stop covering a Forest. The Cure has so many fucking songs.
Yeah.
And I love a Forest, but it's probably not even in my top 10 Cure songs. It's like, there's so much weird, dark stuff. Like, there's so much cool shit you could do. Although most bands probably shouldn't cover The Cure, because The Cure's its own thing. But it's like, what a disappointment. And like, Behemoth has gone from being an interesting band about 20 years ago to just a parody of themselves at this point, and I don't quite understand it. And this does not help their case.
No, God, no. No, but it's something that we kind of early on decided, actually, as I said earlier, that we would avoid cover songs anyways, because we recorded one of them, the Neil Perry cover, and that's really because, and I still stand behind that, but that's really because it was the goodbye song to Stefan, and Stefan and I we were the screamer kids within the band that, like, all of us are in more or less. Well, Jelle, I'm still not sure of. Wait till you hit 30, guy. No, but it's it's really the we wanted to do that really because it would have been a good goodbye, and it was, and I'm still proud of that. But it falls completely out of the entire Terzij de Horde concept, I would argue.
Yeah.
And that was the first and last one, because any song either becomes a complete reworking or this is how my band would play this song, and neither of these are interesting per se, I'd guess.
Well, the reworking can be very interesting.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to pull it off.
But that's it. Yeah, if you rework it, then you need to avoid sounding like either of the two artists.
Yeah.
And can you get away with that? That's a big question then.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. You know, there's good covers out there, but I feel like most of the people that are eager to do it aren't the people that should be doing it. So.
Yeah. Impaled Nazarene, right?
You know, I guess, who was it? And see, this is Painkiller Brain. I'm feeling a little slow on the recall. Who was it that covered Surfin' Bird, that old thrash band? That was it was hilarious. I'm looking this up now.
But
Sodom. Yeah, when Sodom covered Surfin' Bird, that was hilarious. Yeah. I don't think it was.
You can't be hilarious. You're not that normal. It's the entire idea. Hey man, we're gonna cover a song. It's gonna be amazing.
I don't think they were. I don't know if they were trying to be funny. I truly don't know. But here in the oh god, I mean it's not something I enjoy, but I it exists.
But speaking of covers, in December I will go to Bombers live of the Abbath-fronted Motorhead band.
Oh God!
Really looking forward to it. So
I will. This is okay. Fine. That's a pass.
Yes,
that sounds like it'll be fun.
Yes, that will be amazing if it all will go through. And
yeah.
Because I was thinking that the black metal incubate that you organize. Yeah, you were part of that organization, right?
Mm.
And I'm still, because we played there with Terzij de Horde. And I'm still like, we played with Mayhem and Immortal, and it's still something like deep in my. Because on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, whatevs. But I was 17 again, and going, oh my god, I'm stealing beer from Abbath. That's so cool. You know, it's sad, but it's on the one hand. But on the other, what I liked as well is that you're sitting in the backstage, and everyone's just chatting. You know, all of them, literally all of them are just. Pretty much, as far as I can tell, and my wife Lydia will say the same, because we've had loads of bands staying over throughout the years. The louder the music, the nicer the people, and it's really the like the Farforts of this world that want to be really psycho. That you go, it's just sad, you know.
Yeah, I don't know the full story, and I'm not sure if I should tell it anyway. But I'm pretty sure he's one of the only people that like got into trouble at Roadburn with Roadburn.
Oh yeah,
you know, and I feel like that takes a lot. What was that?
Killing Joke as well.
Oh, Killing Joke. I heard that they had some problems, which is a shame. They're one of my favorite bands, but
definitely.
I mean, their reputation for their moods. I'm not necessarily surprised. I'm really glad that they let Youth come back to do that Hypno Pazuzu set with David Tibet. I don't know if did you guys see that, but I loved that. You know, I love Killing Joke and Current 93, so that thing was very much my speed. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I'm trying to think of like. I feel like the louder the music, typically the nicer the people, because you're already getting that out. I think there's a lot of people who are complete dicks that are not playing aggressive music. I feel like it's since I've been playing in a band that's not heavy metal these last couple of years. We've had more gigs with bands where I'm like, oh, I don't know if it is nice to meet you, you know.
Yeah.
When I was in a metal band, you know, sometimes because we were all like 20, there would be young posturing bros, but in large, it was a really sweet, kind, thoughtful group of people. You know, some of them I'm still friends with now, just because I gigged with somebody 12, 13 years ago. I can't say the same for a lot of other genres, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I think that's really also down to the smaller genres or the genres where you need each other. Like, you can't get away with being a dick all the time, because at one point that one metal bar there or that one venue there that books tiny metal bands every now and then will say, well, fuck off then. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's part of it, and thank goodness. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Nobody gains anything from being an asshole.
No, it's. Yeah, no, I'm saying no. The thing is that we played with Cloudfoot with Shining 3 years ago now. 3 years ago, I think. Jesus, yeah. And he was walking around backstage with I was going to say, it's not a bread knife. That's the sad thing. It's just like the regular knife you use to spread butter on your sandwich, like
like a butter knife.
Yeah,
yeah, and he was walking around with that, going, "I want to stab people. I want to," and there was serious. Like, everyone was like, "You're now." He threatened a friend of ours as well, and the friend of ours was just like, "This is not going to happen, man. Fuck off." But he seemed convinced that this was his, this is his persona. I am this kind of guy. And there was a girl with him. She was pretty young, actually, I think, but. So I'm not. She was 18 or 19, but she was literally telling me like, "Oh yeah, he does this every night. Just let him be." Like, oh fuck's sake, Jesus, man.
I was like, that gets old. I mean, I never really bought into a lot of the being somebody you're not, to be metal or punk or whatever. But especially now, it's like I'm in my 30s. I'm not interested in pretending to be something. Or if you are, make it clear that it's you. Like, like if you've got a stage set, like your Portal, and you're going to wear a grandfather clock. Yeah. Cool. He's not going around being the curator when he's not singing in Portal. He's, probably somebody's dad. Like,
yeah.
Like
you've got these like black metal cult guys who then share their pictures online of being at the pancake restaurant with their kids, and I love that to bits.
Yeah,
this sounds like a dig at someone, and it's not actually, because I love him as well. But it's more of a, if you post pictures of your kids and how you love your wife and stuff like that, and then the next day you're like, I am covered in blood. This is pure Satan. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, I already finished that one actually.
Black IPA, those are good. I haven't had that one. But...
I'm now going into the Mud Skipper.
Thank you guys.
Someone asks for more beer. So
yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, Christ, this guy's really getting it. Some people are not so heavy. That's true, but yeah,
this is someone who's becoming a dad in a couple of months as well. I recognize him. Yeah. More dads in black metal.
More dads in black metal.
And I'm on Sense of Taste. What he says. I'd like to think he never takes the clock off. That's my view.
I would like that too.
He's just doing his grocery shopping.
You're married to him, and every morning you wake up next to him like, oh God.
Well, didn't he become like some? Didn't he become some like Cthulhu-looking like the vagabond thing more recently?
Yeah, but that's it. Like you wake up every morning because of cuckoo, and then you're poking
something new.
Fucking cuckoo.
But I listened to the new Portal stuff. Is anyone? I'm just like this really annoying guy who only likes one album. I only like Swarth. I think that's like peak metal, and the rest is like.
Yeah, I'm really into Swarth and Utre, but that's about it with me as well. I'd still love to see them live now, just to see that show. But
I've never seen them live.
Nor have I.
Oh.
I really would like to, but
I
don't think they're doing that anymore.
Now, around at the time that they became big, I was told that I needed to listen to Witchchrist, and somehow that's the band that stuck for me. I love Witchchrist records, and Portal never really landed, I think.
You don't like to hear the bees buzzing and the guy whispering? That's kind of what it sounds like a lot of time. But I love it anyway.
Me too. Yeah, definitely.
So I know we've just got a couple more minutes before the Aranzi Pazuzu show begins.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being here. I need to ask you, what is the most important Dutch band in history?
Jesus.
In history. That's too difficult.
Okay.
Wow.
Focus.
Now you get us to think. This is going to take forever. You're not going to get an answer in 5 minutes.
Right. Focus.
Yeah, you're good at thinking and focusing.
I'm not the biggest fan.
He means the band Focus, like with Jan Akkerman.
Oh, there's a band called Focus. Or what's your favorite then? What is your favorite?
My favorite at the moment for a very long time has been Ghoul. GGU:LL.
Yeah, they're really good.
Ghoul are untouchable.
Perfect. Every song of them is.
Yeah, for me, it's really Dorvond. Dorvond is what I've been listening to for like pretty much daily for a year now, year and a half, and it's astounding. I'm more of a tape black metal kind of guy, and that he has the perfect balance of white noise and amazing leads. I love that.
Well, pretty much everything on that label, it's too many big words. Census Peremptory, whatever label he's got, has been incredible. So that's wonderful.
Someone asked you, how do you spell that?
Yeah, because I'm looking at whether or not I can answer that or something like that. Because I'm sad. It's TOORVOND.
And I've left it as a comment as well now.
Oh, sweet! Thanks, man.
So I'm glad neither of you said Clan of Zymox.
I like 2 albums to death, but there's also the newest stuff is really crap, man. Come on.
No.
Oh, it got so cheesy, but I love that he's still naming songs after women.
Yeah.
I would like to plug a local excellent gothy band, Bragolin.
Oh, yes.
Really, really good. Really, really good. And again, one of these bands that as soon as I started to find out that I kind of like this music, it's nice to find out, oh, hold on, they're playing a show 2 blocks from my house. Oh, okay, fine. I'll be there then. And it's, really good.
Yeah.
Bragolin, like the painter. Perfect. Really good stuff.
Oh,
definitely.
I'll have to check them out. Send me a link, Johan, so I don't forget. And then a couple minutes. What do you think is the best record you've heard come out in 2020 so far?
I have to check my Spotify really quick.
It's been a good year for music so far already.
Yeah, but seriously, yeah.
I mean, that's the one good thing that's happened, I guess.
It always sounds like I'm plugging Friends, and I hate myself for it, but Turia.
That's because you love everybody.
No, that's true. That's true.
Great.
Okay. No, but the Turia record, really, like the Degen van Licht, the last one, is for me the culmination of what they've been working towards for the past couple of years, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah, I think that would be up until now, together with I mean, yeah, you've got your Fluisteraars and what's because that's the thing as well, like because of lockdown you tend to go, okay, well, I don't spend money on traveling now, so I'll just Bandcamp binge it every now and then, and that I hear loads of good things, but I have to admit that the administration kind of floppy, but Turia is really hard. They stand out this year for me up until now. And for you, Jelle?
Yeah, I've been really binging Black Sabbath lately, so I'm not really into 2020.
Jeez, you'll join us one day.
Yeah, no, I've just been listening to the new My Dying Bride a lot, but it's not really up to the old for me. And what was I listening to? Oh, the new Einstürzende Neubauten came out yesterday, and of course that doesn't count as the best till now, but it was really good. What I heard.
I haven't heard it yet, but I love them so much.
Yeah.
I've never listened to them.
Never?
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to send you the video for the Halbermensch film, because I feel like that's where you have to start, because it with the live performance and all, it gives you an idea of what they're about.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, please do.
It's really good. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go so that we can get ready. Everybody's watching. If you've been joining us, go look at Aranzi Pazuzu's YouTube channel. gaming for, and support Terzij de Horde. There's still a few records and CDs left on their Bandcamp from their last record, Self. You guys need to hear it. It's great. So we're going to end this broadcast. Love to you both. I hope that soon enough we can share beers face to face again when it's safe to do so.
Right. Thanks, man.
Absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Take care.
Take care, man.